Good evening, Madam Moderator, Select Board, and fellow residents of Lexington. My name is Gauri Govill, and I am presenting Article 26 along with Deepika Soni and Sudha Cherico, who are the co-petitioners. We are grateful for feedback from town committees, staff, and residents. Article 26 asks town meeting to create a small volunteer committee of Lexington residents with financial expertise, whose purpose is straightforward: make information about our new high school project clear and accessible to every resident in this town. If you wanted to understand how Lexington is spending money on the new high school right now today, where would you go? For most residents, that answer is unclear. Expenditure information is hard to find. Vendor contracts for the owner's project manager, the construction manager at risk, and the architect designer are not on the website. Audit results are not published. Performance benchmarks for the SPC on financial management are unavailable. Lexington has English language learners and college professors living in town, working parents, small business owners, retirees. They all pay property taxes. They all have a right to understand, in plain language, how that money is being spent on the largest capital investment in a generation. Finding any expenditure information is a treasure hunt. This is not a new concern. It was raised before the SPC was even formed. That is why we are here. The screenshots on screen documents what a resident faces when they try to find expenditure information. Multiple clicks, a confusing handoff between the school and municipal websites. The key vendor contracts are simply not there. North Attleboro and Revere are also building new high schools. Their project websites lead with current news and organized documents. Revere's monthly OPM reports include real budget numbers, data a resident can actually read and interpret. This is not an unreasonable ask. Other communities are doing it. Lexington can too. So, what exactly are we asking for? Why? Project and budget information is too hard to find and too hard to understand. What? Timely, plain language information on how tax dollars are being spent on the new high school. Who? A small group of volunteer residents with domain expertise, construction finance, auditing, public procurement, who review the financial data, analyze it, and communicate it clearly. How? The select board creates and sets up the committee. They have full flexibility on the details. And critically, this committee has no authority over payments. It has a communications function, not a governance function. Since this petition was filed, there has been real movement, and we welcome it. A finance committee has been created within the SBC. Dashboard work has begun. There are conversations about moving the project website under municipal control. But the new subcommittee's roles have not been published. The dashboard is early stage. And the most recent OPM monthly report has more narrative and fewer actual numbers, which moves in the wrong direction for residents trying to verify facts. Progress is real. The work is not finished. We are grateful for the added content in the OPM reports. But when narrative text replaces actual numbers, that does not help residents who want to verify where money is going, especially those for whom reading dense English prose is already a challenge. Our ask is simple: keep the narrative and bring the numbers back. Less PDFs, more live links. The SBC has no Lexington defined charter, no formal oath, no Cory check, no rotating leadership. There are no published performance measurements for the committee's functioning as a body. 5 of its 15 members are in direct line supervision. DPF is staffed at the same level as smaller building projects. There is no dedicated communication staff for a project of this scale. The SPC relies heavily on the owner's project manager for the audit controls and communications. The MSBA audits cost, eligibility, and macro progress. How SPC manages the spending has been opaque for the residents. The petitioners suggest 3, 5, or 7 Lexington residents with expertise in construction finance, auditing, or public procurement. They would serve until project closeout, meeting twice a month, structured as a subcommittee of or in partnership with the Permanent Building Committee. They would be independent, answerable to the residents of Lexington, a trusted translator between complex financial data and the people funding this project. What the committee would do: 4 responsibilities. Learn. Understand how previous Lexington school projects managed payments and audits. Attend. Be present at PBC and SBC meetings. Analyze. Review invoice and payment data on the same schedule as the town finance department. Communicate. Produce plain language updates for residents with deeper detail available for those who want it. In short, turn noise into knowledge and build over time a body of institutional knowledge. The payment workflow. This workflow shows how invoices move from submission to payment. The proposed committee plays no role in this process. No new approval step, no held payments, no disruption. They only ask: copy the payment detail to the new committee at step 7. That is all, an email. The committee reviews it and shares what matters with residents: contingency use, scope changes, cost eligibility. The data. The financial data for this project already exists inside standard platforms such as Oracle Textura, Procore, and Tyler technologies used by the vendors. We recommend that the town ask that periodic outputs from the OPM, construction manager, and architect systems be made routinely available. The committee can then share what residents want to learn about. A forward looking note: the petitioners consulted 2 leading professors of business and technology from MIT Sloan and Kellogg School of Business, both with significant AI research focus, who concurred. Having a contractual stake in any future monetization of Lexington's project data by a vendor or ERP platform would be beneficial to the town. Our recommendation: include legal language in vendor contracts that ensures ownership of Lexington's project data remains with the town. If that data is monetized through AI in the future, the benefit should accrue to Lexington, not to the vendor. This is a small addition to a contract. The upside belongs to our residents. In summary, this committee is assistive and collaborative. It is low or no cost. It does not obstruct the project, add bureaucracy, or touch the payment workflow. What it does is give voice to Lexington residents. It acknowledges that their tax dollars matter by explaining clearly how these dollars are being spent. It may surface insights on contingencies, change orders, cost eligibility that are genuinely useful to the town and the SPC. The Select Board retains full flexibility. The motion language reads, "or act in any other manner in relation thereto." A yes vote is a vote for accountability. Thank you.